Golf clubs, sledgehammers. Today I tried to beat Fallout New Vegas with only strength. Now, what do I mean with only strength? Basically, what I'm going to be doing is the only special stat that is going to be 10 is strength. So with console commands, I'm going to turn everything else to 1, and I'm only going to be using melee weapons basically for this challenge. So with that being said, let's just get into it. So I first made my character, and then after making my character, I went over to the vigor testing machine. Now, unlike, every other playthrough, I will of course be putting all my points into strength, but I can't just put everything at 1. So after I put in my skills, which are melee weapons, medicine, and unharmed, and then for my traits, I put in heavy-handed and skilled to do more damage with melee. Now after that's done, I used console commands to change all my special stats besides strength to 1. And with that, I headed outside Doc Mitchell's house and was on my way to New Vegas. So I just ran through Good Springs first, checking everything out, and then I ran by near where a bunch of the wolves were because I wanted to check out how much damage I would actually be able to do with just having 10 strength. And I'm not gonna lie, it was quite a lot of damage. I then killed a rad scorpion, and now unlike the wolf, he took a lot more hits with my machete, but again, pretty easy to deal with. So I then ran by near Sloan and made my way towards the area where all the Deathclaws are. Now, the Deathclaws, honestly, all I needed to do was run past them, and I think I found the method to get past them pretty easily. So you run over towards this shack, then you get towards this ridge after running for a little while, and you just drop down here. Now the good part is none of these Deathclaws can reach me because unlike when I have a gun, yeah, I can't shoot them here. So if I get into a 1v1 melee with a Deathclaw, it will not be good for me, and I will most likely just die immediately, being level 1 with a machete. So after running across the side of the cliff, I got to the Repcon headquarters, so officially I am safe from all the Deathclaws in this area. So I ran around and I found Cassidy Caravans, which has a bunch of just good little loot laying around, so I'm able to get some goods that I could sell and use. And then, now, usually with all my videos, I like to use luck to get my money to get into New Vegas, but there is another way to get past that, and that is going through Camp McCarran and using the monorail. So, how am I going to get past there without the NCR completely hating me? Well, there's a very simple way to do this. All I did was I went up to this NCR trooper, hid behind him, and hit him with my machete. Now, with that, because I was hidden when I did it, no one even knew, even though I hit him right behind him. I just killed him, took his outfit, and yep, that was all good. So I went over to the gun runners with everything I had, because still had all my loot from the beginning. So with that, I just sold all of it to the Venetron, and I made quite a good amount of money. I did make about 1,000 caps from this, so I made a lot of money, and I would be able to buy some better armor soon. So with that, I headed into Camp McCarran and made my way towards the monorail. But before going to the monorail, I had to stop by to talk to someone, and that is the Major over here. He has a quest where he gives you a quest to kill a couple fiends, and you get some money for it. Now, I'm taking the quest to acquire Driver Nephi's head, and you'll see why in a little bit. But first, I head by to the monorail and take it to the strip. And with that, I end up in the strip, and everything is good. So, I head outside and talk to Victor, where he's like, "Hey man, go visit Mr. House." I say, "Sure man, I'm gonna visit Mr. House very soon." So, I first head over to the tops, and once inside the tops, I first have to go just look at Benny. Look that Benny is there, which, yeah man, of course Benny is gonna be there. So, I look at him to gain a couple levels, and with that, I put all of my points, basically, into melee because I want to do the most amount of damage possible. Now, I don't have a lot of perks to choose from, so I basically just pick any perk here. And so with that, I also level up again and just dump even more points into melee because, again, just doing more damage with my weapon. So I head over to go kill Driver Nephi next because, you see, I didn't want to try and get the platinum ship just yet because I thought I could, at least get a better weapon first. And yeah, of course I can. I just go by and kill all of these fiends. And yeah, they do a lot of damage since I have only 1 endurance, so it's kind of hard, but I am able to cut through all of the fiends pretty easily because, again, I have a lot of melee stat, so I'm able to kill them pretty easily. And I also get a lot of weapons, which I can sell from this. So I level up again, putting more points into melee, and I get a new perk. And with that, I just run by and kill more fiends. Not too much to say, just killed them pretty easily. And I didn't know this, but I guess, I'm not sure if it's because of the 10 strength, but basically everyone is just getting crippled really quickly and dropping their weapons. But with that, I get to Driver Nephi, and I am just killing all of the fiends around. Basically, I wanted to get all of the fiends to get to me first, so I could deal with Driver Nephi next. And when I get to him, I have to use VATS, because VATS is an easy way to deal quite a bit of damage. So I first kill the fiend who keeps shooting at me, and then it gets into the fight with Driver Nephi. Now this is probably, honestly, the best fight I've ever had in New Vegas, because he did a lot of damage to me with that golf club, and I tried to, basically back up and kill him. But eventually, after hitting him in VATS, he lost his golf club, and I was able to cut him down pretty easily, and we got his golf club. And with that, I was able to finally do more damage. It did quite a bit of damage, so this was a big upgrade for me. So, with that all ready, I just looted around the area. Then I headed back to the Major to claim the bounty, and with the bounty claimed, everything that I needed from him was pretty much done. So I made a quick stop over by the New Vegas Medical Center just to get some stim packs and some meds. And with that, I headed over to the tops, and I don't do this much, but because I don't have speech, I just head over to the tops and, well, let's say I kind of just spoke to them nicely. We had a good conversation. So I eventually headed over towards Benny and killed all of his bodyguards, and with that, Benny was just not concerned at all that everyone was dying, and so I just hit him with my golf club, and yep, Benny was dead just like that. It was really, really easy, and so I took everything he had, and with that, I completed the quest. And I headed upstairs to kill the rest of the chairmen, and I got a level up, putting more points into melee, and I even got 2 levels ups out of this, and I put even more points into melee, and I got Bloody Mess to do a little bit extra damage. And so I went over to Yes Man to speak with him, and he's like, hey man, can you go kill Mr. House? And of course, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, yeah man, of course I'm gonna go kill Mr. House for you, man. Just for you, man. Just for you. So with that, I headed over to Mr. House, and with that, after basically running by all the Securitrons, I just smacked Mr. House, and he was dead. Just like that. I also got a little bit of extra XP because hitting him with the Driver Nephi's golf club, I'm pretty sure, or just any golf club, is a GRA achievement, or a Gunrunner's Arsenal, star achievement, so I was able to get some extra XP and level up, basically putting more points melee and medicine. So I went back to Yes Man, put him into Mr. House's computer, and with that, Yes Man was now in control of the strip. So I had to watch the long cutscene, of course. Now I then headed over to the Omertas, where I spoke with them, and I learned I did not actually need to talk to the receptionist to complete it. It just kind of completed automatically. So with that, I then headed over to Mortimer at the Ultralux and just spoke with him. then after that, we headed over to the Boomers to go speak with Pearl. And after getting to the gate, I just went inside and I spoke with Pearl. And with that all done, I went to go to my next target, which was the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, I had to go basically back to Good Springs because I didn't have any spawn point other than at Good Springs, so I had to run from there. But when I got there, I just started by smacking the Brotherhood of Steel. Now, I didn't know if I would be able to kill them, but luckily, with the use of a lot of stim packs, I was able to kill all of the Brotherhood of Steel paladins. Apparently, a golf club can just smack a guy in full power armor. Like, a guy with a Gauss rifle, full power armor, can just die by a man with a golf club. So, cool to know. And I also learned that this Vindatron, yeah, apparently a bunch of sets of Brotherhood of Steel armor are basically worth the equal of one combat armor set. So, okay, Vindatron. But I then headed over to Jacobstown because there is something at Jacobstown that is incredibly important to this playthrough. But first, I leveled up, and then I got the best perk for this playthrough, Super Slam. Basically, whenever I hit someone, it has a chance of knocking them down. That is just an amazing perk. So I headed inside of the cave in Jacobstown, killed some Night Stalkers, and then I was able to obtain the best weapon in, or best melee weapon in Fallout New Vegas. It is the unique Super Sledge, oh baby, that you can find in this cave. And with that, I had one of the best weapons. This thing, I thought it would be, you know, just alright, you know, kind of just a little bit better than a regular Super Sledge, but I was, how do I say this? I was very wrong, because when I got to my first set of enemies, this thing just absolutely destroyed them. I was one-shotting every single enemy. So, yeah, this thing was just amazing. I don't know why I didn't try using this weapon in any other playthrough yet, because this thing, just absolutely incredible. Like, this build I made, just having 10 strength, amazing, amazing. But I even got by, or went by Cook when I was trying to go to the Red Rock Canyon, and killed him in 3 shots. Like, this thing was incredible. But after basically stopping by Cook, I headed over to Red Rock Canyon, and with that, I went inside, spoke to Papa Khan, and those were all of the people I needed to speak with. So with that all settled, I went back to Yes Man and said, hey man, I got everything you need. I met everyone I needed to know. What do I need to do now? And of course, what I need to do now is go to the El Dorado substation and power it, which is very easy. NCR didn't even get mad. So I leveled up and put more points into medicine, so now I will be able to heal pretty good and heal quite a bit of HP. But while I was also there, I just sold a couple of the weapons and just some other stuff I had, so I'd be able to make some more caps. I then went over to Yes Man, and it was time to start the final battle for Hoover Dam. So once I got there, explosions were everywhere, and I just ran through with my sledgehammer. And I wanted to try it out a bit, so I went over to these Legion, and while I was there, I just hit them, and yeah, even Legion Centurions, this was one-shotting still. I did not know this weapon would be so good, but it was really, really powerful. So I then headed over to the people in power armor, and I thought, you know, maybe it'll be a couple shots. No, once again, one-shotted all of the guys in power armor. Like, it was crazy. So I then installed the override ship for Yes Man, and with that, I just kept heading through the dam, and then I blew up the power plant, and with that, I just headed back outside and got outside towards the Legate's camp. And with this, I just ran in after killing some of the Legion, and these Praetorian Guards were actually some of the hardest enemies. Like, they took 3 shots with the sledgehammer, unlike everyone else getting 1 shot. So, I headed to the Legate. I was ready for a battle. I thought, you know what, this would be a great melee battle. I headed over, and I immediately hit him down. Yeah, it was really easy. The Legate just got destroyed with this weapon, and all of his Praetorian guards could not stand a chance. So when they came up towards me, I just killed them very, very easily. And then with that, I had officially killed the Legate. But I still needed to kill General Lee Oliver, which wouldn't be too bad, but you know, I still need to kill him. So the gate then blew up, and General Lee Oliver came to talk to me, and with this, I just ran over and killed General Lee Oliver very quickly, with the help of the Securitrons, of course. And with that, I spoke to Yes Man, and I completed this challenge. So, I'm not gonna lie, this challenge was really fun, and I think I'm gonna try this again for Fallout 4, or try some of the other special stats, basically doing a challenge around the other special stats as well. But, this was a very fun challenge, and thanks for watching, and peace.